Oh yeah, welcome to Love Them Knives channel, LTK here, and what's gonna happen, oh God. We are gonna go marathon, baby, marathon. You know why? Because I'm doing it on my favorite knives of 2017. They weren't necessarily manufactured in 2017. They may not have actually been a model that was introduced for the first time in 2017. Here, let me fondle something. And so it's going to be a knife that I actually personally had in my hands. So if it's not on this list and you disagree with my list, well, if you disagree with my list, you'll just be like everybody else. You're probably not going to everybody agree with my list. But it's going to be what I personally got my hands on, put on my channel, and I feel is outstanding in some particular way and may still be in my permanent collection. So this can be like a combination of my favorite knives, manufactured knives, no mid-techs or customs. I ain't got that kind of money, and I want to put stuff on camera, so I'm not going to talk about like mid-techs from this or that maker, okay? Just, you know, I ain't got there, and I mean, I've had some, and I've had some customs on my channel, but no. I'm going to keep it to manufactured knives, and but some of them are going to be pretty expensive there, Charlie, so what in the Hades? But, and we're going to have all price levels, because it's not about the price, it's about value for the dollar, fit and finish, just a good knife, okay? So, shall we get started? Because it's going to be a long damn list. I know. I'm going to put the list in the description section so you can read through it. And of course, you're going to disagree with me on a lot of things. That's okay. I've got honorable mentions too, in any case. So I'm going to see if I can actually reach all the knives, because I may not be able to, because I've got them laid out on my wife's dining room table. I know it's classy. It's classy. So, Merry Christmas to all you guys out there. Happy holidays. Happy New Year 2018, whenever the hell that gets around here. But I just wanted, you know, and one of my viewers, like I think it was Wes, was saying, why don't you do your like favorite knives? And I go, yeah, I got a lot of them. They aren't all necessarily 2017 models. But he goes, you know, and what I thought of later was, also include, because people have been asking me, like, what do you actually keep in your permanent collection? And nothing's permanent about my collection. Just make sure you understand that. There is nothing permanent about my collection. Since I live on a, you know, a fixed income, things can come and go depending on needs, like, you know, if we have, you know, dental or health or other issues that we need to bleed out money from. I mean, that can come out of the knife fund. So I'm just saying, not everything stays. I'm trying to build, but here we go. We're going to start off our run with the Benchmade, but of course, right? G10. I'm going alphabetically too, and that doesn't mean which one's better than the other. I'm going alphabetically. So, but of course, and I got this one from a buddy, CPM 20CV. So this Benchmade full-size grip, I love it. It's G10. It's got the blue standoffs and liners. Great action. Wonderful steel. Really? Really? Yes. And I sent it back to them because he had carried it. I mean, it's first production run. He had carried it, scratched up the pocket clip, but I got a different one. And this is a powder-coated one, so it's not like the old painted ones that scratch up real easy. Although I don't abuse my knives like some people that I won't mention. Okay, next up, in the Benchmade line, the Contego. Of course, this is not new for 2017. This is a KnifeWorks exclusive with M390. And come on, man. I mean, if that ain't a knife, this is one of my favorite knives of all times. It really is. It's just, I mean, it's Gimp City. I mean, it's maybe a little too jimpy unless you're wearing gloves. It's pretty incredible. Big knife, big, blue, doesn't need bearings because it just, you know, that axis lock is awesome, right? So, Contego, right? We got one more Benchmade that's on my list that I was so impressed by. I got this from Hogue in New York on a trade, and this is the Nakamura by Benchmade. S90V, carbon fiber, blue hardware, you know, blue standoffs, and I'll tell you what, it's a little knife. Man, the action on this thing is stupid. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid. It's, oh my God, that thing is, you just think about the blade coming out, and it comes out. I mean, it's just crazy good. It's a small knife, and it's light. Wow. I mean, all I can say is wow. When I got this knife, it was like, whew, baby. Okay, going down the B's. Yeah, you know what? Knife company of the year as far as I'm concerned. I mean, of the year. Blew into the marketplace and then set it on fire, stomped on it, set it on fire again. I mean, Bestech Starfighter. Come on, look at that knife. Blue and gold, Pimp Daddy Pimpolicious, S35VN. That thing is so good. Is this a what? Oh, this is the first production run too, if that means anything to you. But that one is so fine, make you go home and slap your mama. Right there. That thing is such a nice knife. Now, hold on, because it's gonna keep going. I was gonna say keep getting better, but I don't know. This one is awfully, awfully, awfully fine. Okay, next. This is my buddy Wes, his vote. This has got that purple hue to it. This is the Predator by Bestech. It has a tanto blade, and it needs to have a tanto blade. It just goes with the lines of this knife. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, the action on this, and I agree with you, Wes. The action on this is outstanding, outstanding. Just outstanding. The design, little cutouts on the blade, Predator, right? This is so nice, fairly light carbon fiber. You can get just the regular gray without the purple kind of hue behind it. But hey, why not? Oh my God, this is, we're never gonna stop. Okay, you ready? Do you have a cold beer, big natty daddy you're drinking on, 36 ounce? Because it's gonna take a while, I'm telling you. Bestech. And this is just a representative of the Bestech G10 series knives. The Lion, the Scimitar, the Warwolf, the Grampus, whatever, okay? Oh, and the Swordfish, my favorite of the G10 series. These are great. They're super solid. They're wonderful knives. They're excavated out. I mean to tell you, my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Now, EDC with Aaron, he said that he had some little chippy chip things going on with the D2. And D2 sometimes can be a little chippy. But I talked with him about it. We'll figure something out. But yeah, I haven't had any problems with mine, but I haven't done any real heavy cutting with mine. But I mean, and maybe I'm not looking close enough at the edge. So in any case, I'll try and pay attention to that in the future and give you an update. Haven't heard any complaints from anybody else, and I know there's dozens of others that have these, and so I haven't heard anything. So if you've had chipping on your blade, maybe it's just the one model he got, don't know, heat treat, etc. Okay, B's, going to the C's. CH Knives, got to throw them in here. Really good value for the money. This one is a 3509, I believe, 3510. 3510, you can get it with a mirror or I think a regular satin blade. I got the mirrored. I don't remember asking for the mirrored, but I don't know. Cirilla over in China sent it to me with another knife. that I asked for at the time. He made me a 2-knife deal, so wasn't a big discount, but was better than nothing. In any case, really nice skeletonized liners. It's a liner lock with carbon fiber and not a G10 laminate either. This is a sweet knife. I've really been digging on this. I haven't done a review on this one yet. Maybe when this video comes out, I'll have already done the review on this, or maybe it'll follow this. So just in case, check that out, huh? Center dried up. Ooh, sweet. I'm going to check. I can't remember if I took this one apart or not, but, and of course, earlier in the year, the 3507 with M390. That one there had VG10. Or, no, hold on. Yeah, I think it did. I think I just showed it to you, right? VG10, yeah. So this one, VG10. But this one's not terribly expensive. I think it's about 80. This one's like 130 something, but this is M390, the 07. And this is titanium frame lock. This happens to be that anode kind of green color. And this is like a satin, like almost like a hand rub, light beat blast type blade. In any case, I just think it's just an outstanding knife. I'm with M390, really good action. I've really heard a lot of good things from other guys who have these. So really a very easy to carry knife, slender. I really like this, okay? So he's had some other knives, the 3004, the 3005, the little teeny Damascus thing, this and that. But now I'm making my list. Oh, but this one is, and I know this is a rip-off of the Millet Knives Torrent, but it's bigger than that. And I'm looking at maybe checking out that Torrent. One of these days I'm talking to a guy. So, in any case, D2 blade though. I mean, this is not quite the same stuff. And the pocket clip, the cutouts, a lot of things are different. And he's trying to defend himself. I talked to Ping, the guy that owns CH, about this. I mean, not talk, but email back and forth. And I don't know. He's trying to say, hey, I wasn't looking at his knife. There are a lot of cutout type design knives, you know, like this that also, you know, so exist. I don't know. In any case, yes, it looks a lot like the Torrent. Yes, it's very different in a lot of different little cues and design things. But in any case, this knife is so smooth. It's so great. And it's one of the biggest ones he's ever made. And affordable. You know, 78 bucks, something like that. 73, 74. Really nice. Great action. Multi-row bearings. Whew. I mean, it's just a nice knife. So this is probably my favorite CH knife to date. As amazing as that may seem. This might have to go in my pass around group if they're interested. Then we're going to go cold. Okay, this is the Cold Steel 4MAX. And I want to mention that I want the Frenzy up on here too, but I don't have a Frenzy. I love that Frenzy that I did a review on. I mean, that's coming back sometime into my collection when I can afford to do it. But I love that Frenzy. It's awesome knife. And this one, and then those Tuff Lite series, and then the GoldenEye. I have to give them credit on that GoldenEye, especially the GoldenEye Elite. I really, really like that. S35 VN, beautiful carbon fiber on that. Great, great knife. So the GoldenEye, especially the Elite, the Tuff Lite and Pro Lite knives, and then the Frenzy. But this is the Italian version of the 4MAX, was made this year. Yeah, I mean, this is big and brutal. Big and brutal, and it's a wonderful, wonderful knife. Wonderful knife. And the lock on this one works great too. I mean, I really like the Italian version better. Just hate to say it. It's got that gray kind of scale instead of like the OD kind of greenish one, the American version. This is a monster, and it's cool. Love it. Okay, so we're on the seas somewhere. CRKT, let's talk about CRKT. First knife that I reviewed this year in 2017 that I just loved was the Carnufex. Flavio Icoma design, It's got IKBS bearings. He did this back spacers. It's like a prehistoric crocodile. So it's the Carnufex. And I mean, this is a great knife. It's a big knife, which I love. I know it's a steel handle, all that stuff, but it's around, what, 40 bucks? And it's got bearings. It's big. Yeah, I mean, you know, the steel they use is, you know, an MOV steel or whatever. So, but, wow, the action's great. The knife is a great size. Feels good in the hand. Love this design. Go forward, go forward. Okay. Another one that I just got recently and I hadn't reviewed is the Homefront. This did not come out this year. They have other iterations of this knife that have come out. That's camo and one that's black and a little bit different blade shapes and this and that. But they still got the field strip technology, which is, you know, flip this thing, unscrew that, pops right off. It does. It's great. It doesn't have bearings. So I avoided getting this knife because I'm going, no, it's going to be a dud. It's not going to flip well. It's going to be a turn off. It's not. I mean, I know it's on these, like, it's got these white nylon bushings in there, and when I do my review, I'll take it apart for you. I ain't got time right now, but deep carry pocket clip, I really like this knife. I do. Wow. You know, Ken Onion design. So, wow. I mean, the World War I kind of look deal. I mean, it's just a great knife. Really like it. And you know what? Even though it's not on bearings, the detent's strong enough, it holds it and then it lets go, bam. So it's really a snappy flipper. Go figure. I would have never guessed. I'd have got one a lot earlier if I'd have known they were this good. So kudos. CRKT. Oh, another Ken Onion one I loved. I had, believe it or not, the Lion Steel manufactured HiJinx. This is the HiJinx. And I had the Lion Steel one. And it was expensive. It was titanium. And I don't know how many they even made. And I caught one on the secondary market off of eBay or something. And I liked it really well until I got poor and then I sold it. Story of my life, right? I got this one and I'll tell you what. It's got heft to it. You'd think this would be like really flimsy feeling and, you know, just too light and kind of cheapy. Actually, no. With these liners and everything in here, and I mean, the structure is tough on this thing, okay? It doesn't like bend like the Bug Out or the Natrix or anything. This is tough. And these bearings, I mean, the action on this thing is great. So I love it. I come back to it every once in a while just to flip it. It's that good. I mean, it's that good. I'm loving it. Okay, and then the last one that really freaked me out was the Ripsnort. I didn't think this was going to be worth a crap, and this thing surprised me. There you go, booth design. But, you know, and you know, tip down only, you know, it's like, what? But, wow. And, of course, you know I like Cleaver stuff, if you've paid attention to my past. So, no, this knife flips really good. This is really solid in here. It's kind of a real smooth. If that's G10, almost feels like micarta. Thick liners in here, and they're not skeletonized, but so it's kind of heavy. Flips really well. Cool looking cleaver. You know, you've got an adequate choil in here to go forward. I like it. I like it. Ripsnort. Cool. It surprised me. Came out of nowhere, okay? CRKT, do we have any honorable mentions? No. Those are four. I mean, I would pick probably the Carnufex and the Homefront, and then the HiJinx and Ripsnort, maybe honorable mention if you want to go that way. Okay. Dicoria. I know, this is a ripoff of the ZT4 427 that never got made that I know about. Let me know if you do, because as of December of 2017, I've been looking for their exclusive thing to come out from ZT. But in any case, this is that same basic design. This is M390 steel on here. Titanium. Baz on Blades did a review on this. He loved it. I love it too. It's a bad boy. It's wicked. It's big. The action is great. It's an incredible knife. So I know there's no ZT markings or anything. It comes in a Dicoria pouch. So, in any case, I just couldn't stay away from it. I had several friends that got this knife and said, oh, you got to check this out. They weren't lying. They weren't lying. Okay, another one, and this has got the that District 9 or Ruike kind of insignia on it to a degree. This is the District 9, 10th anniversary, M390, carbon fiber inserts. This is a wonderful knife. Got this off of, well, actually, I got it off of Tony, but I mean, he bought it off of DH Gate. I mean, it's a beautiful knife. It's just a beautiful knife. This one, I never do anything with. I leave it in the pouch. Every once in a while, I'll run across it, and I'll in my drawer, and I'll just take it out and just handle it with a lot of appreciation, because it is just, this is a design that's just incredible to me. I really like it. I really do. Look at those thumb studs. I mean, turning gears, right? They are so cool. M390, it weren't cheap, and I don't think they're still cheap. District 9. Wow, what a knife. Look at, got the bag type ball, ceramic ball on the pocket clip, whatever, but the action's incredible. Oh, mama. That's D. There's no E. We're going F, and get ready. Get ready. Bestech. What is this? What is this? We'll check with Epic Snuggle Bunny if you don't believe me. I mean, this is a Lust knife, Fox Knives. This is called the Desert Fox. It comes in regular tie or this blue tie that's just, whew, Damasteel blade, distressed leather pouch. Oh my God. And these are not cheap. These are not cheap. But I saw Epic Snuggle Bunny's review of this, and it's so hilarious because he's right. It was Lust. You know what? Italian leather, distressed Italian. Oh my God, this thing is, oh man. Whew. Italian leather. It's all good. Maniago, Italy. This is probably the best thing that's ever left their production facility. And I'll tell you what, I mean, this, it doesn't have any thumb studs. It doesn't have any flipper tab. It's one of the few knives that I can finger flick. Oh, didn't get that one done. But, you know, it's great. In fact, it's probably about the best way to flick it, but it flicks open and closed. Easy, easy. I love it. It's beautiful. Got a fuller, but I mean, this knife is just an incredible design. It's just an incredible work of art. That Damasteel is just absolutely beautiful. This, I'd say, is probably my most prized knife in my collection right now. Just, yes, this would be the one. You know, Charlton Heston says, out of my cold, dead hands. Yeah, baby. And that's what I'd be holding when I say that right there. This is, whew, that's sweetness and light. That really is. Okay. F. K. We're into the Ks. Come on, baby. Come on down. Okay. So, right? Kevin John. Also the person who makes knife parts for Custom Knife Factory, or maybe the whole knife, God only knows. In any case, the wing, integral, beautiful, M390, ceramic ball on the, it's just, this is a beautiful knife. This is just a beautiful knife, okay? Beautiful knife. What else? Well, also this year, the Venom Attacker came out in M390. I never had the one before. First time I ever touched a Venom Attacker was this year, 2017. I think I did a review on both. I did a review on the S35VN, and I did one on the M390, which this is. I held off. I got the M390 one. Beautiful, seamless. Oh my God, this is just an incredible knife. Tritium insert. It's an incredible knife. It just really is. This is one of the finest knives I've held in my hand. Just fit and finish wise, function wise, it's just incredible. Venom 2 came back out with M390. So there you go. Tritium in the pocket clip, tritium in here. You can kind of see it glow a little bit. But in any case, on the blade, carbon fiber that's real tracky, you know, grippy here. Beautiful knives. All three of these knives, oh my God, just yes, yes, and yes. I mean, these are all, I mean, this one is a $300 and some knife, but I'll tell you what, any of these knives will stand with a $500 mid-tech. I mean, my estimate, you know, just the way I feel about it, yes, yes. And we're gone. Okay, let's go to the Ks and let's talk about Kershaw. This is the link that's the S35VN. This was out last year. I get it. I'm only doing this because I don't have the M390 one in my hands. I don't have one in my collection. And it only came in a black scale. But M390 link by Kershaw. That is a great steal to put on a moderately priced knife, 69 bucks, whatever they were. 69 bucks, M390 Kershaw, made in America. And this is a good knife. I know it's assisted opening, but you know what? That doesn't really bother me all that much on a knife like this. It fills the hand. This is a great knife. Even the S35 version from House of Blades, HOB, House of Blades, if you want one of the S35s, because they're available. It was kind of a sprint run on the M390s. I hear they may do another run of them in the spring of 2018. Don't know for sure. Okay, so another one. Yeah, this is the Deadline, and this is a Diskin design. And you know what? It's not an assisted opening. And I do like the Wharncliffe blade and everything. Nice, huh? Liner lock. Surprising. Cool knife. I like it. I like the design. I like the execution. It's actually a good knife. They got away from the AO, assisted opening. And yeah. And you know what? Another one that surprised me that one of my viewers told me to look at, and I can't remember exactly who it was, said, check out the Nura. This is a Sinkovich design. It's not assisted opening. It's a frame lock, you know? It's got KVT pivot bearing system in it. This is a 3.5-inch one, and they have a 3-inch blade. And I got both. And I got them from Blade HQ because they were pretty cheap. They were on sale. So I think one was like 19 bucks, and I can't remember at the time. In any case, so yeah. Actually, really good action. I like the design. Fits really good in the hand. Fairly slender and not that heavy. Not that heavy. Cool knife, Nura. And then, of course, my honorable mention is Blade HQ did a Skyline XL. So this is an extra large. This is a big boy on the Skyline. G10, green G10 liner lock. It doesn't have bearings, unfortunately. It's got bushings, so you got to give it a little bit of wrist or really strike it hard. And this'll, this is pretty, I haven't done much with it, so it's still pretty right out of the box type feel to it. But like it a lot, okay? Kershaw, HX Outdoors. The ZD006, wonderful knife, titanium S35 VN. It's like the Rike Thor 3, only it was, just the other day, was $99 on GearBest. Normally about $159. So I've seen it drop. So it's nice to get it when it drops, and you could get it for like, $118 or $120 something. But it's a hell of a knife. You can get this in blackwash as well. I've got one in both. And I got a buddy, Mr. James Case down in Florida. He's sending his into Blades We Love to get it anode. Can you imagine? There's a Russian Rike knife site that shows this thing anode out with like a pink and a blue or something. It's crazy, but it's a good looking knife. The action's great, front choil, the whole setup. I mean, it's like it's made by Rike. So, Rike, don't be wrong. And another HX knife that I think is really outstanding for the money, and I think I've seen these things down to like 12 bucks, maybe less. And it's 8CR14 MOV steel. I get that. Big knife, on bearings, great action, tip down carry, I get you. But, oh my, I mean, people I've talked to that got these out of the box going, what? I mean, for a budget knife, and if you like big knives, this HX ZD, and it's a 010, I think. Yeah, ZD 010 is, it's the bomb. It's the bomb. It's a liner lock, pretty light lockup actually on this one, but just incredible action, just crazy, stupid action on it. Real easy. Great price, just awesome. Oh, speaking about a budget knife that killed me this year, man, I got a heads up from, I think, Steve Cleaver out in Iowa. Because, see, I don't keep up unless you guys tell me. But this is Harnds Knife and Tool. This is easy to grab here. Harnds Knife and Tool. And this is the Talisman. And this is about the best knife they make. I think it is the best knife that they make. And they make a lot of like little like $7 or $8 knives. But this one, yes. It's got bearings. It's got a deep carry pocket clip. It's liner lock, it's skeletonized in the liners, and the action is just outstanding on this knife. And I can't remember, it's like 28 bucks or something like that. Can't remember the steel on here. AUS 8, okay. So AUS 8's doable deal, okay. It's not like a little like 5CR15 or something like that. It's, there you go. I mean, and I've heard tell from somebody who sharpened it up or stroked it and said it was awesome. It really, but you've got your choil on here. Great. It just feels good in the hand. It's a great knife for that price. Incredible. Yes, it is. And going on the H's, this year, I mean, I was off on the X5 last year. I love it. This year, the X1 Microflip, button lock knife, Elishewitz design, incredible CPM 154 steel blade. This blue is an RSR exclusive button lock. Just a flipper. It's not an assisted opening, okay? It's got a different system. It's something you just got to check out online, but it's a neat little knife. I keep looking for a lock bar. There is none. None. Look at that backspacer. It's just a crazy knife. Crazy good. I like it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of having lots of little micro knives, but this one, it knocked me out. clean knocked me out. Now, we're going to the Ganzos. This year, Ganzo came out with, look at that. I mean, my God, that's just crazy, isn't it? The 760 series. So there they go, right? Ball bearings on the pivot. Not only 440C steel, G10, the G-lock, the blue-colored hardware, but now we got ball bearings on the pivot on this model. And I'll tell you what, deep carry pocket clip, this knife is a real complete package. And I think you can grab these for under 20 bucks. That's just ridiculous. See, FB760. Remember the FB760. It's not like G, or it's not just like an F. It's an FB760. Crazy knife, wonderful knife, awesome. Honorable mention, the 761. No, they didn't do bearings on this one. I love the design though. Still very flickable. Look at that. Yeah, that's just crazy good. Crazy good. Okay, next. But what just came out, the 7551, which is, I love it. I love cleavers. I love this huge choil here. You got a lot of cutting edge here. Actually, it's very usable for chopping and slicing. It is. And the backspacer, pocket clip, everything works easy. And you know what? I know they have just, you know, the regular Ganzos, other than the 760 with the bearings, they have the one side is bronze and the one side is nylon or whatever on the bushings. But it's still, this one is actually pretty easy to pull back as far as the G-lock. And then the actual action on it, which I haven't messed with, is pretty good. If I'd quit, yeah, do that. Okay. Moving to the Fs. And, wow, I don't know where I'm going. Okay, Factor Equipment, the iconic. Okay, so I just got this in today from Factor Equipment, and because somebody gave me a heads up, I think it was Hovan up in New York, says, dude, the code GET35, put that code in, and this knife, of course, is on sale for 99 bucks. It'll take 35% off. You get this knife for 65 bucks. Okay, S35VN, titanium frame lock. Looks like the GM1, you know. But, wow. That front choil, incredible. Pretty stiff action on there with the detent. Snappy flipper. I mean, that was just a crazy good. I mean, and if it's just normal, it was 99. I mean, supposedly their sale price 99, and then they have a 20% coupon too. So you can still get it for 80. I mean, it's just, wow. Incredibly good. Just a really incredibly good knife. Very light, but a full-size knife. I haven't heard anybody that hasn't really loved these knives. They just digging them. And I do too. I really do. Okay, so that's the F. Oh my God, what else do we got? FG, I guess, oh yeah. Okay, so it was supposed to be Fox, then Factor, then Ganzo, then HX. Okay, screwed that one up, but I don't care because we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go Kizer. Now, Kizer knives. I'll tell you what, I've always looked at the Zoo Gang and thought it was interesting. A lot of people don't like this, but I do. And I think I got the interpretation of what this means actually. But in any case, really smooth. I was really surprised at how smooth this knife is. I mean, it's just a smooth knife. Feels good in the hand. I don't know anybody who doesn't like the Zoo Gang. It's crazy good. Backspacer, pocket flip, clip. So I got some Kizers on my hit list for my favorite knives of the year because I've got some, okay? I like big knives, you know that? Compadre, Cuchillar design, it's gigantic. And since I ride a big old V-twin beast, I mean, that is biker crazy, isn't it? That is biker crazy. And of course they put Kuchiara on the top. No backspacer, open design. It's just crazy. If they didn't have it with this design, I probably wouldn't have it on my list. But this flame design with the green anno in the background kicks my butt. And the action on this knife for being a hog is great. And it's got a front choil. Flipper tab is huge. Knife is huge, okay? Easy to deploy. Snappy for a gigantic knife. Just love it, love it. Okay, next, and you know I roll this way. Sheepdog, blue with gold, Cleaver, big boy, not big blade. I mean, it's like maybe 3.5 inch. But Sheepdog Knives, collaborative, all these guys that are doing these, you know, Kuchiara and Sheepdog Knives and Elijah Isham, you know, TK, or no, this is Yuli Henneke. I mean, these are knife guys and they're doing collaboratives in their Bladesmith series. It's just too good. And have you looked? I mean, December of 2017, these things were just between, there was a Vipon app, which now it's gone, where these were just crazy cheap. And now Blade HQ's got them knocked down to nothing. So it's just nuts. I don't know how anybody can pay $250 for a titanium frame lock knife after they spoiled us with this huge bargain, but they have. I mean, people are buying these things for crazy prices. Oh my God, it's just incredible. I don't know. So it was, you know, that's why some of these made my top list. I could afford them to begin with, and incredible value and fit and finish function. There's an Isham design, and so this makes more sense to me than the Brous ones he's done, and the Wii one's not out yet, the Eschaton, but the Echelon and the Raven, I'm not feeling them so much. This Megatherium is really functional, a lot more comfortable in the hand, and a lot classier with the carbon fiber and titanium, and certainly more affordable. I mean, you can grab these babies for about $150 now. That's just nuts. That's nuts. And especially for as nice as the action is, the fit and finish, just great. And you know what? The problem with one of the others that he did with Brous is I can't reach far enough. I mean, the flipper tab's like clicking out here. I can't get my finger out. So I got to reposition the knife to get around. It doesn't work for me. This one works great. Better design as far as function goes. You can argue about design, but I'm talking about functional design that's also real fantasy and crazy. Great knife. Absolutely. And let me show you the Yuli Henneke T1 Bladesmith series, and this has got the blades we love anno job on it, which is absolutely knockout crazy good. But I mean, inexpensive knife. What the hell? Under $100 or something like that. And titanium S35VN Bladesmith series, big nice box, pouch, everything, but really makes sense. They could have done better on this choil thing, but I mean, this is so flickable, so flickable. It's just ridiculous. And it's so sensible of a blade design. Flat, you know, slicer, piercing, whatever you want to do. Light, not too big. This is a great everyday carry type option. And got a little bit of class to it too. So I'm just saying, that's my deal. Kizers. Honorable mention on the Kizers is, the T1 I showed you, the SLT, the Dukes, and I would show you the Critical and the Mjolnir as top picks, except I don't have them. But they are awesome. And the Roach, which I do have. I ran out of room on the table. I love the Roach, okay? So those are the other big picks. Okay, next, we're going to the M's. Maxace. Red Queen, blue anodized titanium carbon fiber inserts, M390 steel blade. How crazy is that? Is that good? This is just a wicked, crazy knife that you will either love or hate. The design is not a flipper, it's a flicker, but the action's awesome, and it's a big knife. It's a big boy. It's obviously built to be like a self-defense knife. It's wicked, very tactical looking, and it comes in an awesome pouch. But I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just a crazy good knife, okay? PMP. PMP Knives, the Berserker. This is just such an affordable brute at the $250 and under price point, depending on how you've negotiated or found it on sale, whatever. But Blade HQ's carrying them. This is made by Maxace. Okay, bearings, titanium, ano, kind of a beast, pretty heavy, but just a good looking, wicked knife. I like them big, blue bearings, and brutal. That was the other B that they left out. And this one's got great action. Even after I tore it apart, put it back together, centered right back up. Love it. And this crazy looking, it's not a pouch, it's not a box, it's a bouch. Whatever. So, I mean, looks carbon fiber, just crazy. Just good. Okay. Are we going to stay? We're going to go R. We're going to go Real Steel. Real Steel S571 Pro with the LMAX steel blade. Really great action on this knife. Really great action. Really like it. It came back out this year with the LMAX. And I got my hands on it and hadn't left me yet. Flat grind. Beautiful knife. Great action. Heard nothing but praise from other guys that have one of these as well. And they're still available out on the market. Use your lockout for your lock bar to keep that from ever disengaging. And just the style of the knife is a beautiful knife. Very functional with that flat grind. Great slicer, piercing. Just LMAX, numbered edition, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then, hats off to all the Rike knives. And this is the only one I've got, man. I'll tell you what, they're so popular. I have reviewed most of the models out there. Oh God, I don't know. The 235, oh, come on, let me get to that part. Which ones? God, I don't even know. Oh, I got it here. Ruike. The P128 SF. This is the P121. Then you have the P135 SF. I like them. They also have black wash in those. This can have green scales, black scales. This one I got back on a trade. Oh my God. So I actually have this in hand right now. They don't last long. The green one I had, I kept in my drawer. Finally, somebody got it off of me. And I know they continue to produce them. You can always get another one. And they're fairly inexpensive. Pretty much a deep carry pocket clip on this model. But all the models, and I don't know what he's got on here. I need to clean that knife up before I put it on camera. In any case, so, you know, it's got the Sandvik steel, the 14C28N steel. Very non-corrosive. Just, oh, great structural integrity. You know, they're skeletonized scales. The bearings are incredible. They just, oh my God, they're just good. They're just really, really good. Okay? So, and I skipped over Riot. I don't have a Riot knife. Amazingly, I don't have a Riot knife. Yes, I do. Oh God. I've got the Torrent. I've got the Torrent and I didn't bring it out. Sorry about that. The Torrent and the K-Series knives are awesome. I want a K3. I've got a Torrent. You know, the District 9 and the Horizon C, I'm not so turned on by. The Horizon D is awesome. So, yes. And I'm sorry I didn't get my torrent out here. I love it. Well, I didn't want to show it to anybody. I don't want anybody to know I got one. It is the freaking bomb. I love that knife. If the K3 is anywhere as good as the torrent, we're all good, right? We're all good. I want that K3 though. That's so inviting. And different blade shapes on the K3. So you don't have to get the nightmare grind kind of looking dual compound grind thing. You can get a regular blade. And so that's a great option. Rike Knives, boog. The Hummingbird. I don't have, and this is the Damasteel and everything, right? I don't have the Thor 3, and I'm done the Thor 4S Integral, which is a bigger knife than this. And then the Thor 3 in both the blue and the regular tie I've done. So, yes. And I have a Rike 1701 in the drawer. So I just thought I'd bring this one out just to say hi. There you go. Blue anode hardware. Everybody went crazy of these. Blue, you can get them in pink. You can get them in green. You can get them in regular tie. Whatever you want to do. They come with the Damasteel blades, backspacer. Beautiful knives. Fun. Come in a little tin. Wear them on your neck. They come with a little neck, Kydex neck holster with a chain. You can just wear it around your neck. Just cool. Just thought it was really cool. You know, it's a flipper. It's crazy. So, where are we going next? We're going to the S's, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay? Steelcraft. This has got to be number 2, number 1, or number 3. One of the other. 1, 2, or 3 of best knives of 2017, as far as I'm concerned. The Glimpse by Steelcraft, Todd Begg. This thing is seamless. This carbon fiber G10 thing is seamless. This backspacer is beautiful, polished, and shiny. Pocket clip, look at that. It's a wraparound beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. There's your liners inside. That liner lock is a kicker. It's really easy to disengage. It's almost too obtuse. That's my only gripe with it. They could have brought it down a 16th or something. Here, it's almost too much. You're hitting it. But then again, it gives you traction, so I don't know how you go with that. Beautiful fullers that are blacked out on the S35 VN blades. Full-size knife. 3 3/4 inch. Big knife, almost 9 inches overall. So it's just my style. Fat handles, awesome bearings, beautiful glassy action, crown spine, just incredible. Just an incredible knife. Now I know on this back spine, they haven't always got the grind perfectly even on here. And you know what? Little off, don't care. It's just so incredible. This knife is so incredible. I love it. Carried this one last night because it came in the night before and I'm going, gotta. It's just, it's a gold standard. I know it's $350 SRP, but wow. I mean, it's a beautiful knife. I mean, hell, this is as nice as, probably as nice as, you know, one of the $1,600 out of Cali. They may have hurt themselves doing this because this is really good. In fact, I talked to a guy who's got the prototype of this, handmade by Todd Begg, okay? And he says, wow, I got them both side by side and whew, baby, that's, this one's scary good. So close. So close. Incredible. Okay, done with that. Steel wheel. Cut jacks and motuses. I don't have a motus on me. Got this cut. This is the only thing I got. This is the Italian-made version of the cut jack, 3.5. And this, it's not supposed to have this color backspacer. I swapped out with a friend. But it is the Italian-made version is so much structural, tough, And then the bearings are just incredible. The action's just incredible. But I'm saying all the cut jacks, really good. The Chinese made, so much less expensive. What are they, like 38 bucks or something like that? And you know, they got bronze washers. They don't have the bearings, but they got this huge front choil. Everything is so ergonomic on these knives. I don't know anybody who has said they're not good. I mean, tip up, right or left hand carry, just great knife. Great knife. I love this one. This Italian one's staying with me. I just love the way they did this one with the steel liners that are exposed, really heavy duty, super structural. I know it's 140 bucks, and I don't care. It's really good. It is really, really that good. Love it. I love all the cut jacks though. I'm going to get me a Chinese 3.5 OD, right? And I haven't seen them out yet, but I'm going to get me one. And that's going to be one too. And maybe one a little 3-inch in maybe blue or something. So that's, whew, love it. Okay. S. Going to T. And the first one, this is a fairly new addition, but this is Tuo Knives. And I just got this one like a month ago, whatever. And I've been messing with it. It gets smoother and smoother. The action's really great, and I love the design. I love the fact that it's got these contrast colors on it. And I like the fact that it has some hallmarks of some of the Bestech knives, including this pivot thing. I think they're sharing some of the hardware, and some of the expertise is there that has bled over from the OEM manufacturer to Tuo Knives. So Tuo Knives, they make their own, they own people, but there's been influence and lessons, experience gained from the OEM sector, which is really good to do. And then you go out on your own and you know what you're doing. And this knife, they know what they're doing. Great design. They're going to come out with more models. Very intuitive, the flipper tab and everything. Very snappy, great action, good bearings, feels good in the hand. I really like it. It's one of my favorites for 2017. Definitely got to have this in my permanent collection. What are we going to talk about now? Tucson knives. You know, the thing is, these do not get the attention they need to get. Night Morning Design. He's a guy that never sleeps. Boy, I got my blades all crapped up, don't I? In any case, he's a guy that never... Come on, man. Really? I'll see if I can wipe this down just real quick. Maybe a little bit. In any case, so whatever he does, he never sleeps. He comes out with a new design every week, and you see it on Instagram, and I'll tell you what, it's crazy good stuff. This is the TS45. I really like it. I really hate the flipper tab, but I really like the design of the knife. That is not a flipper tab. That's something that must have broken off. I mean, it's ridiculous. He left it too short. But in any case, it makes it a little bit more tricky to deploy the blade, but it's got bearings. I mean, I've taken them apart, looked at them, put them back together. No problem with the hardware or anything. They center right back up. Great knife. And there's so many designs out there. So Tucson's got to be in that Maker of the Year category. Plus, these new designs, and they got an integral. They've got, oh my, it's just ridiculous. There's so much out there. Go to the Instagram, look at all their stuff. Go on eBay. That's where they're selling them all. Go on eBay, look at them, bid on them, whatever. Titanium, D2, they got some in M390. It's craziness. It really is. And here's one of my other favorites, the 16, the TS16. I like it in this raw titanium look. And it's a big knife. It's a great, useful, long blade. So this is one of my favorites that is affordable. Because the new ones, when they come out, people just bid them up crazy money, like 70, 80 bucks, over 100, whatever. Integral hitting 200. But this, I think I picked it up for like 38 bucks. So, yes, love it. Great knives. Think they're cool. And another just side Yeah, they're coming out with better packaging now, TS45 or Roth. They never put the model number or anything on the blade, so there you go. Just saying. Another one, you know, I've liked the Weistart knives, the Gen 01, Gen 02, but this year they came out with a full titanium frame lock flipper. So it's got to be on my list. It's got to be in my collection. It's really nice, and they're really inexpensive. I think somebody said the other day they got one for under $50 on a GearBest sale. So there you go, Weistart. There you go, VG10. It's already anodized, already pimped, and I put the tritium in here on the flipper tabs because the flipper tab, I don't know if you can see that. It's really hard to see. In any case, tritium tubes on there because it's already milled out for them. So I just got the tritium from China, had them ship it over. What a good looking knife. Really well done. Good fit and finish. Bearings. Pretty good detent. Just was really amazed at the price. In the anywhere from 75 to, depending on sales, maybe down to 55. Crazy. They come in regular tie or this Burple. So however you want to do it. We're running it down. Another surprise one from China. I know this may freak you out a little bit. This is Yan Xanadu brand. This was really surprising. This it initially kind of reminded me of the Ferrum Forge Crux, but no, it's not. Blade, pocket clip, a lot of things are different, and it's a bigger knife, and where they, you know, everything else about it was different. I put them together, and then I go, no, they're not, nothing alike. Now I sold the Crux off. I should have done a video because this is a much larger knife, almost 9 inches overall, almost a 4-inch blade, and unlike the Crux, this actually has a more sensible choil up front, but this is D2 with titanium. But this is $53, okay? Comes in a nice crush-proof box, microfiber bag, and it is so smooth, so smooth, so incredibly smooth. Great knife. This begs for little blades we love, Anno Job, Thai Survival, somebody like that. Come in and hit that. Wow, what a knife. I was just blown away. $50, one of the best $50 smoothest ones I've ever had in my hands. Just, you know, in that range, incredible. Now, we're on the home stretch. Only got a couple more knives I'm going to show you. ZT. If you look in my collection, other than Kizer's, ZT is number 2. I've got maybe as many ZT knives actually as I've got Kizer's. Does that surprise you? Because you wouldn't think that, would you? But I do. I'll tell you what. Wes was so happy about the Zeke sale I did for him to help his dog out and this and that, that I think he sent this to me. I sent it back to him because it didn't sell in the sale or something like that, table sale, and he sent it to me as a gift. This is the 620 CF. Now, this is not new for 2017, obviously. Oh, it's still got the gel pack in it. I try and keep them nice, you know. In any case, get out of there, would you? In any case, so, yes, I love it. It's such a nice knife. 204P, blade steel, Emerson design. And I always wanted an Emerson in high-end materials. And this is the knife. This is so cool. Just love it. After I had it on my hands, I reviewed it on my channel, but it was his. And then later, like a month or so, he actually sent it to me as a gift. It was just freaked me out, okay? Freaked me out. Let me show you another knife, the 220. And you're going to say what I said. When I first looked at this knife online, I go, no, I didn't even look at it 3 seconds. I go, no. I mean, this is the last ZT knife I would ever buy. This is the last ZT knife I would ever, until I got one to put on my table sale. And it sold. But it got me thinking, and then I saw it on sale somewhere, and I bought it. It was pretty cheap, and I can't remember. It was like even, I think it was under 150 bucks wherever I caught it. And I said, because when I handled it, when it came in, when the one came in for the table sale, I go, oh my God, this is a really good knife. It is so solid and sensible. Needed a choil here, but you know, it felt good in the hand. I kind of like this little badging here and the different color backspacer, but it just, I know it's got a little recurve, but there was something about it in the way it felt in the hand and the solid feel of this knife. Just solid feel. I'm going, wow. And if I caught it cheap enough, and you know what? I'm really impressed. And somewhere I watched a thing on it and they said, the guy was talking, saying it's his favorite ZT knife. I mean, he feels like this is the best knife ZT ever made. As a production knife, not a, you know, like a limited edition thing. But, and you know what? He's got a point. He's got a point. So, yes, crazy, isn't it? Good detent, good solid knife. I'm really liking it. Okay. Yes, limited edition 606 CF. R.J. Martin design. Love R.J. Martin. Like the 600 knife that he did for ZT. Those are crazy expensive. Hell, you could buy this for what you can buy that for, you know? So might as well get this one because it's, can I hear you? Can we all say it at one time? Big, blue, and it's got bearings. And it's a bad boy. So, yes, carbon fiber inserts. Look at this. Is this Pimp Daddy? This is just my style. R.J. Martin, limited edition, CTS, XHP or 204P or what? There was that controversy for a while because the certificate said one thing and the blade said a different. So, I don't care because I ain't cutting nothing with it. I'm cutting the wind with it. I'm cutting the air, just slicing through molecules. But I'll tell you what, it's beautiful. It is beautiful, man. And it came in a ginormous, you know, deal here. So there you go. What do I? Oop, number 58. RJ. Yeah, and Matt. So what do you think of that? That is just sweetness and light. That baby doll there is another gem of my collection. This and that fox, desert fox blue with the damage steel. These are the last two. These are the last two will come out of my cold dead hands, along with, I'll tell you what, along with this glimpse and last knife of my video. I know it's been a long video. A lot of knives to cover. ZT, Thai, Blue, Senkovich. When did they think about doing this? They had the 454, right? And I'm going, I'm all on for that. It was a composite blade. But you know what? No. Impossible to get almost, this and that. These are $215. Get the 454. What are you going to pay for that? If you can find one. $600-700 at least. So here you go. I know I like the 452 CF. I've got that. But when they came out with the Thai and they made it blue from the production factory, I mean, it's not an aftermarket deal. Whew, man, I was all over this like white on rice. I was. And there you go. Serial number on it. Senkovich design. TI, BLU. Oh yeah. Big knife, over 4-inch blade, big blue and got bearings. Hell yeah. And it's intuitive. This thing is so ergoed. Got a nice choil, can go forward, jimping, piercing, slicing, not a problem. I mean, this knife just says it all. This is Senkovich. This is one of the best knife designs I've ever laid my eyes on, period. I mean, come on. You got to give it to me, right? Got to give that to me, at least. Oh, man. And that detent is great. The action's good. And of course it's a good knife. Centered right up. Oh man, just think. You like big blue and bearings? How about that? How about that for a couple of Joes, right? Hanging around together. And you throw this one in, and my friend, how about Mr. Yes. So, I mean, you got them all. I don't think this one's really that small. Put them together like that. There you go. See? Top four. What's your top four? Let me think. Right there. Right there. So, thank you for joining me. Hey, you got to tour my collection. Not my entire collection, but a lot of it. Okay? And look at what I think and why of the best knives. And man, this is going to take a long time to upload. In any case, this will give you, I mean, you've been asking me for it. Like, hey, show us your collection. What do you do? What ones do you really keep? Which knives do you really like? Blah, blah, blah. You asked for it. Now you got 1 hour and 11 minutes of response. Oh my God. It's like, please. I was going to have a life. Now it's going to take me 1 hour and 10 minutes to watch this. All right. You can break it up. You can break it up. Thank you so much. Maybe I should break this up into 3 parts. Nah, I'm going to leave it together. You can stop it and start it again. Take care, my friends. Hey, have a happy holidays 2017 into 2018. Oh, we're going to see some cool knives come out at the SHOT Show. I'm sure it's going to be another wonderful year. You know, the proliferation in the knife thing is just incredible. It's incredible. I mean, there's just going to be some really cool stuff come out. It's you know, I can hardly wait. And then you see it at the SHOT Show, and then you got to wait another 4 or 5 or 6 months before it hits. And but fear not. I mean, I'll be waiting with you, you know, with bated breath to get my hands on whatever the new ones are. And I think they're going to be really, really good. Take care. Happy holidays. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.